What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a new video. So this week I actually released two members. I had originally released them as members early access, but I've decided not to release either of them to the public and instead make one public video updating everyone that's going to be like a combination of both, that's just sort of quite simplified and shortened. So anyway, this week for you guys, you've just coming off watched the whole 33.4 saga, doing all the new hot sides and stuff, which ended up being super rushed, which absolutely sucked. So that was last week. I'm now filming this on the Thursday of the week that you're just gone that you watched it. So tomorrow, which is Friday, we're meant to be leaving to go to CQ Drift, and last Sunday just gone is the day that we actually tuned the R33.4 and Brad picked it up. So as you can probably tell by listening, I'm sick again. This is the third time in 2 months that I've been sick. However, this time's a bit different in that Rex and I are both sick and we've actually both tested positive for COVID. So that would just be exactly how it will go, wouldn't it? We finally get the dyno back and running. We're finally able to start catch up on some of this work and smashing a few of these cars out that have been sitting around waiting for this dyno. Things are finally starting to look up. We actually are finally going to start going out and do some events and go to an event, and we get struck down with COVID. So there's that. Basically, if we return a negative rat test tomorrow, we'll still go up to CQ Drift to support Brad. I really would have liked to be there, considering the fact that the car ended up so rushed on the dyno again. I would have liked to have been there in case you know, the car needs looking at as far as ECU and stuff goes. But obviously, if we're still testing positive for COVID, it's not the right thing to do to go up there and spread it. So really crappy situation all around, really unstoked about it, but it is what it is. It's been a crappy week. We just, you know, last week doing the R33.4, we did so many late nights in a row, we were so run down, and now we've got COVID, we're both freaking keeling over. It's really hard. But anyway, we're sort of just isolating at work on our own and just trying to get through as much work as we can while being this sick. Not a fun time, but anyway, so that's the latest on that. So probably not going to CQ Drift, which sucks. Is what it is. Anyway, on to the next thing, which is a little bit more exciting. I've actually got a new car to share with everyone. So I did make a fairly long, well, it was a fairly long video, I suppose, announcing the arrival of the new vehicle. I decided not to release it publicly. It was just probably long and drawn out, and most people don't really care to know my whole life story, but I'll show you as the new rig. So pretty freaking excited about this one, guys, but here she is, my new GU Patrol. So there's one vehicle that I've probably always wanted to own for as long as I can remember that has never changed. You know, obviously as a car person with borderline ADHD, I'm always going through cars. I've always got a new car, a different car for a different purpose, doing a different thing. You've seen it on the channel. I've been going through cars. I've always gone through cars, sort of thing. But there's one car that I have always really wanted to own, just as far as a tourer, four-wheel drive, daily, tow car, family car, just all over rig, is a GU Patrol. It's something that I've had the opportunity to, or been in a position to buy multiple times, but always compromised. And that's the sort of story that I went into depth with the members only version of this video. But for you guys, basically all you just need to really know is that I've always really wanted one. It is a car that I've always wanted. Since we started the YouTube and started the business, obviously you got to make sacrifices to get these things off the ground. And you've seen on the channel that I've always had different cars. Most of them are always just either, you know, for what content they can bring, or they're just real cheap, you know, basically shit boxes to get me by to do what I need to do, like the Falk Wag sort of thing. It ironically ended up being such a great tow car, but it was just the cheapest car that I could get at the time that could tow a drift car. So things like that. So this is pretty exciting. This is probably the first car in a very long time that I've just pretty much completely selfishly bought just for me. Obviously there's going to be content on the channel of it, and obviously I do hope that it does well, and it does well for the channel, but at the end of the day, I really just bought this thing for me, and I'm absolutely stoked with it. So absolutely wrapped with it. It's a perfect starting base. It is bog stock as a rock, really low Ks, just over 115,000 Ks. It's a 2009. It's a so Series 4. It's actually whatever they are, Series 6 or whatever. Like the dark carpet. It's a really nice color. I actually really like the color. So basically everything about it is freaking perfect. Obviously a lot of things I'm going to change about the big girl. This bar's going, that roof rack going, get some better options happening. But very excited to start sort of building this up as my tow daily family car to start actually getting out and going and doing some stuff. So anyway, more to the point, I'm sure you guys are all dying to know what is the running gear combination. So I pretty much always said that if I could get a Patrol, I'd pretty much buy whatever, you know, 3 litre TB45, whatever I'd get, and just do a turbo LS and 4L80 conversion. That was always the idea. But I had always said that if I could pick up a TB48 RE5 auto for a pretty good price, I wouldn't even bother converting it. I'm a big fan of TB48s. Pretty happy to just turbo the TB48. It's going to make the same power that I would want to make out of a turbo LS setup, and the RE5s are a great gearbox as well. So I have managed to pick myself up here a TB48 RE5 Patrol. So, you know, like I said, it doesn't really get much more perfect. The color, the fact that it's so stock, the fact that it's such low Ks, the fact that it's a TB48 and auto, couldn't have asked for a better combination to grab, and I got it for a good price. So yeah, absolutely stoked with it, ripped with it. So anyway, the biggest thing at the moment has been trying to figure out what ECU I can get that's going to be able to, you know, be completely tunable for a turbo TB48, but we'll be able to control the RE5, and I can do all of the gearbox control and everything with the one unit. So I think I've found what I'm going to go with, but it's going to be a little bit further down the line. So basically the way it's worked out is I managed to get it off a mate, which is why I got it for a good price, and I've sort of worked out a deal with him as far as payment goes. So how it's going to happen is essentially for now we're going to get this running. That was why I got it cheap as well. It's not running, so you'll see that as we get along with it. But for now it's just a matter of getting it running, getting it rego. Then it's going to go to my partner and just be the family car, and she'll daily it for the immediate future, because I'll sell the family car we currently have to pay for this. And then eventually later on, once I've sold a few other things and we can afford to buy her the car she wants, well then I'll get my Patrol back. So it'll be a little while until all this happens. At the moment it's just going to go back on the road stock and just be dailied and driven and used, which is awesome. But you can bet get your sweet bippy that when I get my hands back on it full time, the builds will begin. And yeah, we'll get an ECU in this thing that'll control the whole show. A nice little turbo manifold with a G35 900 is what I'm thinking. And yeah, this thing at sort of 500 wheel horsepower, TB48 auto, it's going to be awesome. So, you know, between this and V80, it'll be Rex and I cruising around, touring and stuff, and going up the beach and having some fun. A little bit of diversity, not just another turbo LS. So I am pretty excited about it being a TB48. I hope I like it as much as I think I'm going to, and I hope I don't regret not actually just doing a turbo LS. But if it came down to it, I can always sell this and get another one to turbo LS convert. But anyway, I don't think that's going to happen. At this stage, I can't see any reason that I'd want to get rid of this. Like I said, it's probably the one car that I could actually think of that I have actually always wanted to own, that ticks a lot of boxes for me, and there's something that it's going to suit me down to the ground for a very long time. So I'm wrapped with it. Get this sorted, get my drift car finished, and then, you know, build other cars for content and stuff. But for the most part, just have my touring four-wheel drive, my go fast touring four-wheel drive, and my drift car to go drifting, and I'll be a happy boy. So anyway guys, that's my 2 little updates that I just wanted to simplify down into this one video for you public subscribers. So yeah, unfortunately, if you don't see me at CQ Drift this weekend, that's why. It's because I've got freaking COVID and it sucks and I hate it, and I'm very mad about the timing and everything else. And I really do hope that the car goes all right for Brad and he doesn't have any issues. Just another one of those things where with that car, it always just, every single time always ends up rushed on the dyno. It's really getting to me. I really just want some time to get that thing sorted on the dyno. But anyway, that's the way the cookie crumbles. That's the way the story goes. That's cars. So anyway, hope you're excited about the TB48. I'm freaking so excited I can't even begin to tell you. It's the most excited I've been about a car for a very long time, probably since I got my R31 back the second time. So yeah, I'm stoked, I'm happy. So we'll get it going and we'll get it out and doing some things. Thanks for watching guys, hope you enjoyed. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out, see you, bye.